Breaking news. What goes around comes around. Abubakar Malami, the ex-AGF and Minister of Justice of the Republic of Nigeria, made a very shocking revelation and open confession, telling the whole world and also those who care to listen that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of all the whole charges leveled against him. The question is, why now? Because the table have overturned. Just like another says, Ndi buzo kekpetazu and ndi kpazu ebuto uzo. Which translates to those who are first shall become the last, and the last shall become the first. So as it stands now, the government of Nigeria, both the appeal court, high court, premium court, magistrate court, any court whatsoever that have tried Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the past, all of them are guilty as charged, including him as AGF. Well, let me read this message. The person, the government, both the first and second, who charged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for terrorism, are truly the real terrorists. I repeat, they are truly the real terrorists. Over 262 people were killed in Kwara under the space of 2 hours. The only answer the government of Kwara State, the governor of Kwara State, Abdurazak, or whatever they call him, the only explanation he can give is that because those people refuse to convert to real Islam. In fact, they refuse to agree with the Sharia law. That is the only explanation the guy gave. Not that, oh, we try to protect them, but we were overpowered. No, there's nothing of such. It means that these people, even himself, is in support of what happened to those guys. Because he gave it in a way that, oh, why can't they agree with Sharia? Why did they object to that? That brings their killings. That's exactly the way the governor of Kwara State put it. I used to reply one idiot on X who told me that Igbos are terrorists. Each time there is any drop of one dead body in Kwara State, I will give the guy an update. You are looking for Igbos online to blame. Another person is down. And the idiot will reply to me foolishly to tell me that Gentle the Yahoo is back. Very soon he's going to be using our meat to do cook pepper soup. I said, okay, no problem. At least we know who is spying us. Who is spying you? You say Fulanis are your brothers. Offline, right? Then online, you blame Igbos for all your misfortunes. Let us read the news, my people. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. TGIF. Thank God it is Friday. I am sorry if I have taken much of your time. Please forgive me. Please, I hate to be hearing you talk too much. I am making point. Unless my point is not okay with you, it might be okay with another person. Stop. Hey, you talk too much. That's why people are not watching your video. But I am stating the obvious. And there's no anywhere you're going to close this mouth. Because I'm a parrot. Let's go there, please. SAGF Malami is a terrorist. DSS insists that this guy is a real terror. In fact, DSS now have vindicated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by calling Malami a terrorist. That means he is the one that has been terrorizing Nigeria all these years that they said it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kudos to DSS for this one, only this one. Let's go there, please. The Department of State Service, DSS in Nigeria, has arraigned former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, and his son, Abdulaziz Malami, before the Federal High Court in Abuja on a 5-count charge bordering on terrorism, financing, abetting terrorism, and the illegal possession of catch of firearms. Following their recent detention and made allegations that Malami deliberately refused to prosecute suspected terrorism financials during his tenure from 2015 down to 2023 in Edesiam. According to court documents reported across major Nigerian outlets like BBC Pidgin, Vanguard, The Guardian, The Daily Trust, one key count accuses Malami of knowingly abetting terrorism financing under Section 26, Subsection 2 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022. By failing to act on these case files submitted to his office, while other counts involve the unlicensed possession of certain magnum firearm, live cartridges, and expanded rounds of his KB at his KB residence acts allegedly preparatory to terrorism under Section 29 of the same Act. Both defendants pleaded not guilty the February 4, 2026 proceedings before Justice Joyce Abdul Malik, with the case sparking debates over prosecutorial discretion and political motives, as per were remanded in DSS custody, pending trial set to begin on February of 20. So, in all these years, Malami have been on the forefront, telling us that he is fighting terrorism, but directly or indirectly, he is the real terrorist. He is the real terrorist sponsor. He is the real terrorist sympathizer. In fact, he is supporting and abetting terrorism. Over 400 names from UAE, United Arab Emirates. They gave him 400 names, him and Buhari, under their regime. Those who are sponsoring, I mean, this one, they are real terrorists. Because when you kill the people supplying these people with all manner of sophisticated weapons, then that is the only way you can combat the terrorism. But the truth is that people who are supporting, abetting, and sponsoring this terrorism are in Aso Rock. So how are we going to buy them? Because they are the decision makers in the so-called contraction of a country called Nigeria. You see how the thing is working. They are the ones there. Because when you cut off a kind of, if there is an erosion coming to your area and you went and blocked that erosion, I mean where the water is coming from, you blocked it, automatically it will give you a room to make sure, I mean to arrange those places that the erosion and the thing have wreaked havoc. You understand me? Because you have cut off the water. So if you cut off Malami and those who are sponsoring terrorism, all those boys in the bush will not have anything again, because they are the one that is giving them ammunition. They are the one that is collecting their money. In fact, they are the one that is sending these boys on errand. Because when you see people collecting millions and billions and trillions of naira, my brother, even if they give you food, if they give you food, sealed food like biscuit, you will not take it from them. Very dirty and stinking idiots. Then you ask yourself, are they the ones spending all these billions and millions and trillions of naira they are collecting from ransom and also from government officials? The answer is no. The main people sponsoring them are in government offices, both in state, in federal, and in local. So, as you can see, my people, that was they said according to they said chicken is back to roast. The chicken have already arrived to roast, because that's exactly the way it is now. Malami, who called Nnamdi all manner of names, who rejoiced and celebrated when he not arrested, when he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, is now facing the same music he made Nnamdi Kanu to face. Now he's crying that injustice have been studying, that the rule of law are not being respected, but in so many occasions, there is a court judgment, even up to now, is still pending. Discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. Only in the mouth of Malami we heard that somebody can be discharged but cannot be acquitted. That is the English. SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. The highest office you can get as a lawyer in that zoo called Nigeria. The man have that, what would I call it, that title, SAN. But his own SAN is not merited. In fact, if you check all the whole people that is answering SAN in that zoo called Nigeria, my brothers and sisters, 99% of them don't have the real SAN. All of them are just who you know, and the people that use their money to also acquire the SAN. The likes of Malami, because who is giving this kind of idiot SAN? When court, the second highest court in the land, which is appeal court, discharged and acquitted a suspect, or rather a victim, and then you turn back and tell us that no, he's only discharged but never acquitted according to your own law, that the laws of appeal court and that of Malami is not the same, and both of them can never run concurrently. I laugh in Spanish. I laugh in Spanish. Anyway, let me not waste much of our time because they say time is money, and this is our first publication of the day. So I will make please make sure you share this message, let it go viral. That Malami don't come out to contest the whole world, say Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is innocent all these years. So what is the benefit of this thing now that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been sentenced? Is it because you are seeing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in your dream pursuing you with a machete? The same way Omotocho cried out. But anyway, let's leave it. Let's leave that matter for another day. But what really changes now? Or are you trying to implicate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu the more by saying that he is not the real terrorist, that you are the real terrorist? Anyway, let us dissect the comment section because I say and don't forget, what goes around always must find a way to come around. If you know what I mean. Okay. According to Kenneth Oliver said, what goes around comes around. Yes, of course. And at the injustice you meted out on somebody have a way of coming back to you. Whether you do good or you do bad, my brother, every action you take as a living being have one way or the other of reflecting back to your own self. So use your tongue to count your teeth. Emeritus Ikemba no Corner said, Kama, it is really dealing with him. Okay, Nick Emeka said, I think they will rather sentence him to 15 years imprisonment on conviction, but will be granted presidential pardon after 1 year. Don't ask me how. Did I know? Now them get Nigeria. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. But let's see what happens. What is happening to Malami? One is a witch hunt because he left the original party that shaded him from all his atrocities, which is APC, and then he migrated to ADC, and that is where the whole problem started, because ADC is now standing as the only political party, or rather the only opposition that's going to challenge the status quo comes 2027, their general selection, because that is not election. If the so-called Senate refuse to pass the a new electoral reform bill of a compulsory that is a compulsory uploading of the result in real time, which is a beavers, then tell me what are they going there to do? Automatically they have already told you that right in your face you cannot do me anything. Akpabio made it clear to the Zojurians, to the useless 230 million Nigerians, that you people cannot do us anything. We don't come to stay. That election of 2027 is already, in fact, they have already written the result. That was why they refused to pass that electoral bill. The result the result seat have already been completed. The winner have already been declared, even before we get to 2027. That's the reason why they tell you, no, we can never pass that electoral reform bill because it's going to affect their rigging. Even if they pass it, I know they are going to rig, but not like opundential, because this one they refuse to pass it. The rigging is obvious. In fact, the result of 2027 presidential selection have been written, passed. In fact, it has been endorsed. It is on the table of Amopitan, who is a new INEC boss. So you be Peter Obio, you be Amechi, you be Atiku. Kwankwanso abi Kwankwansia. Anywhere where the answer, as long as you are not within the APC coven, my brother, nothing for you. 2027 is a done deal. In fact, to me, I will be very, very happy and glad. In fact, I will celebrate the either we call it the good news, or rather we call it celebration of that election result. I will be very happy if Tulumbu is going back. I am not into Nigerian politics, but I can tell you this for free of charge. It can only get worse. It can only get better when there's all other options. There's no any option left. That is the situation where that country is now, because you can as well agree with me that now up till now, the youths are still warming up. You can imagine a graduate who graduated with first class without no job, is an Okada rider or Keke rider or even Agbo on the park. A graduate with first class, either upper or lower. Now he's on the street now shouting, say Baba, on your mandate we shall stand, supporting the oppressors who could not provide him with a job even after graduating with the first class. So you are indirectly telling your oppressors, please, you people can continue oppressing us. We enjoy it, because that's exactly what it means. If you are praising the people who make you not to have job, then your own mumu, in a first hand. Another one here says, Sunday Onyenyere says, please no bail for him. He is a risk flight, okay, as a terrorist. Okay, in fact, let me not waste much of our time. Now here we go take a break, and I go hear my voice again when I come back. Happy Friday to you all once again. It shall be well with all of us. Please like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Please, happy Friday again.